Bipolar disorder is often seen as purely neurological, but researchers are starting to rediscover something ancient. Fasting, especially extended or intermittent fasting, stabilizes mood disorders, reduce manic episodes, and recalibrate brain chemistry. Here's how. Fasting triggers autophagy, cell cleansing, which can clean up damaged neurons. It boosts B, D, N, F, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which repairs the brain and regulates mood. It helps balance neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, both of which are overloaded or dysregulated in mania or depression. It reduces inflammation in the brain, something increasingly tied to psychosis and mood swings. In fact, multiple case studies show that intermittent fasting reduces manic symptoms. Some psychiatrists are even recommending fasting as a therapeutic adjunct. But science only recently caught up to what the ancient world and scripture already knew. Now get this. Ancient Roman and Greek physicians, like Hippocrates, Galen, and others, prescribed fasting for what they called madness, frenzy, or possession. They didn't have a category for bipolar, but they had plenty of records of people with wild speech, irrational energy, rage, and weeping fits, hallucinations or voices, depression so deep it looked like death. The standard remedy? Isolation plus fasting, sometimes even prayer. Not unlike the desert, not unlike Jesus in Luke 4. In Roman and Greek thought, physical health was linked to spiritual and moral order. If someone was afflicted by what they described as madness or possession, fasting was seen as a way to drain chaotic forces from the body, purify the blood, often thought to carry spiritual impurities, starve the daimonion, the spirit or influence they believed caused the person's affliction. They believed the body was a host, and fasting weakened the influence of the guest. Sound familiar? Even pagan societies knew. There's something about denying the flesh that restrains or expels the spiritual forces feeding on it. Now connected to the Bible. In Mark 9, Jesus rebukes his disciples for being unable to cast out a spirit, causing a boy to convulse and foam at the mouth, a condition that might look like epilepsy or mania today. Jesus said plainly, "This kind can come out only by prayer and fasting." Mark 9 verse 29. Why fasting? Because fasting weakens the flesh and strengthens the spirit. It cuts off the fuel demons use, our agreement with the flesh, our appetite, our pride, our distraction. The hidden pattern. What modern medicine calls bipolar, ancient Romans sometimes called madness, and the Bible often describes as torment, oppression, or possession. And in every age, fasting has been used to silence mania, to restore clarity of mind, to recalibrate identity, to expose and expel unclean spirits.